Code Red by Lisa Leister, or Lister, I'm not sure how you say it. The book that changed my life. I cannot believe I did not find this book till I was 35 years old. I was also on birth control from like the age of 16 to 33, but now that I'm off of it, this is just absolutely life changing. It not everything in it is my style. She's really spiritual, so she talks a lot about the crystals that go with each part of your cycle and the asanas and the yoga poses, which I didn't get into too much. But this is just kind of the first book that launched me into really looking into a women's natural cycle, and it's huge. So I do recommend this one. It's pretty simple. It's not an overly long read, and there'll definitely be stuff in there for you. I'm going to just kind of summarize my period cycle for you guys so that you understand what you'll get out of this book. But if you don't start tracking your own period, then you're not really going to know where you're at. But I feel like we go through life trying to be on our A game all the time. And as women, we evolve to have this cycle because if we don't reboot and reset every month and take some downtime, you can't be all things to all people all the time without burning out. So, to summarize, you have 4 seasons in your cycle: spring, summer, fall, and winter. So, spring would be the first week after your period. It would be like day 7 to 14 ish. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody. And that week for me is when I shop too much. Your hormones are coming back after your bleed, and you get a little bit bored and antsy. I always have intense energy in spring, and I don't sleep very well. So it's a good time for me to try new things, to do really intense workouts, to burn my energy, and to write down my ideas. It's not really a good time to act on them because you're almost a little bit nuts. Like you're overwhelmed with all these crazy ideas, and it can be great, and it can be a fun time for like adventuring and exploring. But if I'm in spring and I sit around the house all day, I'm just gonna fill my shopping cart and want to buy things because I kind of just feel this like this energy I need to fill. And I don't sleep well. So I just plan for that now. And I just know I'm not going to sleep well in spring. And I journal and work on my website and stuff because if I go lay in bed, my brain is just going to spin and spin and spin. Your energy is outward in spring as well. It's going to be kind of on everything else and trying things. Summer is ovulation week, approximately day 14 to 20, 21. No, 14 to 20, and give or take a day or two depending on you. But this is when you're at your best. All of your energy is outward. You will have all of your hormones in balance. You will be feeling great, looking great. Your skin should look a little bit better. You'll be sleeping great. And this is when I'm always a lot more social, and I'm busy and I'm doing things. It's not really a time to sit around. Your mothering hormones, your nurturing hormones are in full effect. You just want to be all things to all people would be in ovulation. It's also when you're the most fertile. It's also when you're going to orgasm the easiest. So that's always good to know, ladies. And yeah, ovulation. So I know for me, that week, I'm just on the ball. I can pack so many things into that week and get them all done. Autumn, which is my boyfriend's least favorite week and mine. It's the week after ovulation. So after you release your egg, you're going to slowly start having less estrogen and testosterone through summer. So there's kind of a joke in the book that I think for her it's day 25. For me, it's day 22. Her husband just doesn't come home from work because she's just that miserable. It's not a time that we're meant to be around people and be super social. So we're going to be on edge. We're not going to have much serotonin, testosterone, or estrogen. We're going to be kind of just irritable and have anxiety. So if you're in a relationship, this is when all this stuff is going to come up that's bothering you. For me, day 22 to 25, I usually have really high anxiety. It's when I want comfort food, comfort movies. I like to just stay home and journal a little bit and just be comfortable. I don't like to have a lot on the go. I don't like to be too social. Hiking is nice during that week too, but you might not want to do high intensity workouts that week, and you're going to be craving comfort food. And I know for me, I used to always be hard on myself to be on my diet all the time and be on the ball. But when I'm in autumn, when I'm in this week, I give myself a break. I have wine usually twice that week. I eat what I want. One time I ordered a pizza. I ate almost the whole pizza. But in spring and summer, I follow my diet and I do my workouts, so I don't really worry too much about taking some downtime this week. It's a good time to journal and reflect, and yeah, realize what's bothering you. And then winter would be day 1 to 7. So winter would be the first day you're bleeding. It's actually a really powerful time for meditation and going inward. We're not meant to be doing a ton those first few days we're bleeding. Your body is tired. You can do some light yoga, go for a walk. Don't feel the need to do your intense workouts. If you're up to it, go for it. But when I do go work out on my period, I end up feeling like crap. So in winter, I do a lot of journaling. I feel like nesting. I clean a lot. I organize the house out of nowhere. Obviously, all women are going to be different in all 4 seasons. And the whole fun of it is learning what day you're on and taking little notes in the app. And then I just look back and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I got mad at Andrew day 22 this month and day 22 last month. And it's just it's me. Like he'll say something and I'm so sensitive, like I can't handle it. So now he just kind of knows that if I'm bothered that week, or he'll just kind of leave me alone and make food, and we don't spend that much time together that week because I'm reflecting and journaling. So on our period, we're not meant to be going full speed. Obviously, if you have kids and you have a job, you can't just stop your life when you have your period, but you can definitely give yourself a break and don't book too much those days. And what I'm learning through this book is when I honor my cycle, when I take that down week and I really just eat what I want and I drink wine and I'm lazy. Like I think last time, the day before my period hit, I watched 4 movies and just didn't get out of bed, and I didn't care. I had no guilt about it. And ain't that the truth? Like you take a day off, and if you're feeling guilty the whole time, it's not really helping you. So this book helped me to realize that there is a time to be lazy. There is a time to just reflect inward and shut the world out. And when I do that, when my period ends and spring hits, I'm superwoman. Like the week I'm ovulating, I'm really superwoman. I can do so much. And then when that week comes that I want to be lazy, I just own it. And I just know like, hey, it's okay. We come back around. Like we're meant to rest and reboot. And if you're going all the time, you're going to just crash. And I haven't been losing weight following this, but I haven't been gaining weight either. And I'm really just, I don't feel like I'm on a diet, because the weeks that I'm really craving bad food, I let myself have it. And the other two, my appetite's going to be lower in spring and summer. And I know I'm not going to overdo it. So yeah, I highly recommend this book. I really hope that soon it is just common knowledge. I think men should understand the women's cycle. I think all teenage girls should be taught this. Obviously, there's more than just this book, and I'm going to continue to read multiple books, and I'm going to be eventually designing my own Bella Mima Lifestyles program to honor your period. But it helps. And Andrew said too, when I'm in spring, he's like, you've always had these days where just you don't sit down and you're kind of antsy and you're really irritable. And he's like, you just want to get everything done all in one day. And he's like, it's always when you're in spring. And I'm learning too that spring is not the time for me to make decisions, because I get all these ideas and I'll take on too much and then I'll end up crashing. So just knowing this and knowing what week I'm in is really, really helping my life. It's helping my relationship. Me and Andrew joke all the time when we have kids. I'm like, listen, week 3, like when I'm in autumn, you're super dad. Like you are taking the kids, you are giving me a break. And then those other 3 weeks, like I got it. I'm good. But that 1 week, like you are super dad. You are not working as much. You're going to do more around the house. And he loves it. He's happy to do it because he understands. So yeah, women's period cycle. That was a long rant. And obviously I'm not an expert. I've just been talking to a lot of women and documenting my own. So that is my take on Code Red. But learn your period. Learn your period.